Welcome back. Next to arithmetic operators, we are in need to understand the set of relational operators and its corresponding supportive statement if else. Before proceeding with that, let's understand the basic necessity of having a selection statement in all the programming languages. So assume that a person X wants to go to his home having a two-lane road, okay, which is one lane is used to move from in one direction, the other lane is used to move in another direction. It's not always that both the lanes will be free and he can take up accordingly. Now assume that there is a block on the road. What this person X will do, he will reach to that point, and since there is a block, he will decide whether to come back to his original place or to take up the next lane. So in our real life, we all always end up with situations of this kind where you need to react according to the result of a particular condition. So in technically, let us understand the necessity. Assume a girl who is appearing for an exam in all the five subjects wants to calculate the total and average marks that she has earned. Let's write a program in Python using whatever we have learned in the previous sessions. We are just welcoming the students. Using the input statement, we are trying to get the input. Using addition operator, the total is being calculated and that is printed. And using the division operator, the average is being calculated and it is printed. And we are wishing her a very good luck. Now let's execute. So having given the inputs for all the five different subjects that the candidate has scored, in GK she got 76 and you can see this is the output. Now is this enough? It's not always that calculating total and average is enough. We want to find out what is the grade the student has achieved. So that's where we end up with a condition like this. After having calculated the total and average, we normally used to see whether the average is greater than or equal to 80. So always any condition in this world, if you look at it, can end up with only two answers, either true or false. Depending on the result, you may want to execute one or another, in which case, this case, we are printing the grade to be yes or A. In Python, this concept is supported using a statement called if-else. In all the languages in this era, if-else is the common, conditional and branching statement that is supported. So coming to the syntax of if-else, if is a keyword in small letters and you can have condition. Why I have included S in bracket is you can have one condition or more condition followed by a colon, meaning that all the statements that is following that forms the set of statements to be executed when the condition becomes true. In Python, indentation is very important unless or until you properly indent in the sense giving space. System can't understand or the Python interpreter can't understand what is the true set of statements and what is a false set of statement. So it is followed by else, which means the set of statements to be executed when the condition is false. This, let us see the format of how a condition should look like. It should have two operands separated by a relational operator. These operands could either be a variable or particular constant. So variable is nothing but a name which can hold different values, whereas a constant is a fixed value. Let's say 10 is a constant where a is a variable. 15.5 is a constant and c is a variable. And these are the relational operators supported: less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, equality. Equality is given by double equal to and not equal to operator, an exclamatory symbol followed by equal to. Other than this, in the existing world, no other relational operator is required and hence this is enough. So these are some of the examples. A less than B, A less greater than or equal to 10, C is equal to D, and G not equal to R. Here 10 is a constant, rest of all things are called as variables. Now let us open the same program which we have created earlier and try to include if else. You could see it's very simple. If I am writing the condition average greater than or equal to 80, colon state represents the statement next to it forms the true part. The statement after else part represents the statement after the false part. Now let's execute and see what is the output. So give the input for all the subjects. So since the average is 90.2, the student has got S grade. Right? So now, is this enough? No, right? So having only 2 grades is not at all practical, and we want to involve more and more levels in grade. So that is also possible. If one condition is possible, it's the fact that more conditions are possible. Now what is that? When your average is greater than or equal to 80, just when the value is true, you have to go for printing yes, else another condition is going to be checked. When it is greater than or equal to 70, we are going to print it as A, otherwise B. Now coming to the command is same. Now if we are checking the first condition, the keyword for the elif statement is else if. It's a combination elif followed by the second condition. This set of statements will be executed when condition 2 becomes true. Else will get executed when both the condition is set to false. Okay, is it that clear? Now let's rewrite the program to include this condition also. So when both the condition becomes false, it should print B. That is what else statement gives us. Hope it is clear. We'll move on for rewriting the same program. Now here what to do? We have to include elif. What is the second condition? Average is greater than or equal to 70. The grade should be A. Else. Else means what? For if the average falls below 70, what is the grade we are assuming? It is B grade. Right? Now let's execute and see whether we are getting proper output or not. Yes, having given the average that is calculated is 61.4, which is far below 70. So B grade is the output. Okay. So this could be continued to extend any number of conditions that you have. So now that I am including one more, when the average falls between 60 to 70. So I am going to print it as C grade. So again let's check by giving a different input. Now it is below 60, so it's displaying or stating that you have got a C grade, right? So this you could extend to any number of conditions, and it's very easy to accommodate all the conditions on how many ever you want in Python. Let us see one more variant of if else, that is nested if else. So let us comment the entire part what we have done now, and we'll try to do the same concept using nested if else. Nested, you know, one if else within another if else is what we call as a nested if else, right? So again, if average is greater than or equal to 80, we are printing it as S grade. Else means this is corresponding to that if where average is greater than or equal to 80. Within that, again one more if else. Instead of elif, now we are going to include one more if else. If average is greater than or equal to 70, then we are printing it as A grade. I am copy pasting the string output and then I am rewriting. Then again else. Now this else corresponds to false part and false part of this. Now again the third condition is being checked. If average is greater than or equal to 60, print you have got. What is the grade now? It is B grade. So you can keep on extending, and if you want to stop, you can give if else. Now you have got C grade is what is the output we expect over here. That's it. Let's see the output now. Just give the marks that the student has secured as input, and since it is far below 60, we are getting the result as C grade. That's it guys. Hope you have understood. We have seen if else, if else followed by nested if else. Just visit my blog. I have given my blog address in the description part of all the videos. You can visit. Thank you. You can visit my blog. I have given it as a description.